Hi there, my darling Virgos. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the month of January 2025. Happy New Year, my darling Virgos. I'm wishing you such a beautiful year this year. I hope 2026 brings you love, peace, happiness, joy, prosperity, health, wealth, success, everything your little heart desires, my darling Virgos, I hope is coming for you in 2026. So let us jump right into your reading. We're going to start with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. And then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here. And then we will finish off with the secret manifestation cards as your affirmation for the month of January 2026. All right, my darling Virgos, what messages does Virgo need to know for January 2026? Full moon in Aquarius. Be real. Looks like you're being encouraged, my darling Virgos, to be your authentic self this month. You know, show the world the real you, my darling Virgos. Show up for yourself. Be real. You know, I feel that that's, have we been, I say we because I'm a Virgo, have we been trying to fit somebody else's mold too much in 2025? Was that what we were trying to do, is fit in to somebody else's idea of how we should be? I feel like this year we're being encouraged to be real to ourselves, to be true to ourselves, my darling Virgos. So yeah, love it. Start the year off right by being real, my darling Virgos. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Virgos. What messages does Virgo need to know for this month of January 2026? Two of Swords, yeah, there's the decision. Page of Wands, there's the spark. And the Page of Swords, young energy coming in. All right, my darling Virgos, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Two of Swords, and this Two of Swords is an energy of needing to make a decision. Which way do you go? Do you go this way or that way? But I feel that there's more than two ways that you can go here, my darling Virgos. And you can also see she's got a blindfold on. The blindfolds in the tarot represent needing to trust your intuition, going within. They can also represent needing to take that blindfold off so you can see clearly. But I feel in this energy here that we're being encouraged to, trust our intuition, trust that we already know which way we need to go, trust that, whatever choice or a decision, whatever this decision is here that we need to make, it needs to come from a place of being real to us, not what somebody else wants, not what we think somebody else would want us to do. What do we want, my darling Virgos? It needs to come from what we want, not what we think somebody else would want us to do, if that makes sense. That's what I'm feeling intuitively off this Two of Swords here, is that the choice the decision that we need to make needs to be real for us. It needs to be true to us, not necessarily what somebody else thinks or what we think somebody else would want us to do, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I'm feeling off this card here for us, is that, whatever this choice, whatever decision we need to go here is for us, not for someone else, if that makes sense. And that's just what I'm feeling intuitively off this. And look, whatever decision we make here, if it's not the right decision, we make another one. You know, that's the beauty of free will and being able to make as many decisions as we need to in order to get where we want to go, my darling Virgos. And then you've got, like, we've got the Page of Wands here. So I feel we're going to be given inspiration as to which way we need to go on this Two of Swords here, my darling Virgos. The Page of Swords, I mean, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that pages in the tarot are messengers. And it's, you know, this fella's coming in, you can see he holds the Ace of Wands and it's glowing, my darling Virgos. That glowing is the spark of inspiration. So we need to be open to be able to receive this spark of inspiration, my darling Virgos, which I love, you know. And I feel that being in that energy of allowing, you know, messages to come through, allowing to receive is the energy we need to get into. You know, they say that, you know, ask, believe, receive. Well, you need to be in that energy of allowing. If we're closed off from receiving, then we're not going to be able to receive this spark of inspiration, my darling Virgos. We definitely need to be open to receive. And I feel that this spark of inspiration will be what we need to do. We're going to receive it. We're going to download it. It's going to come to us, whether we hear, you know, it could be, you know, it could be an email. It could be something that we overhear. It could be a movie that you watch even that sparks, oh, that's, you know, that's an idea I could go with. It could be having a conversation with someone and just going, oh, yes, you know, that's where I need to go. You know, so I feel we just need to be open to be able to listen, I feel, my darling Virgos, so we can receive whatever this spark of inspiration is that's going to be coming to us. And then we've got the Page of Swords too. So these two pages, well, it sounds to me, or it feels to me that, you know, we've got January is going to be all about, you know, receiving divine messages is what I feel. The Page of Swords is all about curiosity, you know, and sparking our curiosity. What are we curious to learn, my darling Virgos? You know, we've had our inspiration sparked with the Page of Wands. Now, what is it about that spark of inspiration that we want to learn more about? You know, what is it that, you know, we need to learn more about? This could also be, I mean, I've heard that they say that the Page of Swords is all about someone's watching you as well. Someone's got their eye on you as well. So if you are, you know, there could quite literally be someone watching you as well, watching what decisions you make, my darling Virgo. So take that how it resonates. But I do feel here that with that whole Be Real card, I just feel that January we're being encouraged to be our authentic self, to make decisions from what we want, not what we think somebody else would want us to do, if that makes sense. That's really the theme that I'm getting throughout this whole reading, especially with these pages coming through as well, that because we are going to receive, I feel, we're going to receive what we need to know here to make this decision. That's what I feel. I mean, I've just put the whole reading together for you, really. I just feel that whatever this choice or a decision is here that we need to make, whichever way we need to go here, we will find it out by chance, is what I feel, or we'll get that spark of inspiration here, and we will be then, with that spark of inspiration, be curious to learn more about it and to make the decision based on what we've learnt, is what I feel, my darling Virgo. So yeah, quite a different sort of energy here for us, but I do feel January is going to be all about our authenticity and doing things from a place of what makes it, what feels real to us, not what somebody else thinks we should do, if that makes sense, my darling Virgos. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I would love it if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. All right, let's get your affirmation, my darling Virgos, for January. Yeah, you can't make this up. Believe you have received. It takes no time for the universe to manifest what you want. Any time delay you experience is due to you getting to the place of believing, knowing, and feeling that you already have it. It's you getting yourself on the frequency of what you want. When you're on the frequency, then what you want will happen. Appear, happen, appear. My darling Virgo. So yeah, like I said, believe you have received. And that was what I was saying, was that you need to get yourself into the energy of knowing that you know whatever is happening here is for you, my darling Virgos. Being true to you, being what you want, my darling Virgos, and believing that we have received whatever it is that our little hearts desire, my darling Virgo. So I'm loving this energy for us. So make sure you put that in the comments. Believe you have received, my darling Virgos, as your mantra or your manifestation affirmation for this month of January. But yeah, I just feel we're just being encouraged to be our authentic self and make a decision based on what we want, not what somebody else thinks we should do, my darling Virgos. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.